What are the current and future trends in crop protection? Ano ba ang uso ngayon sa subject na crop protection? So yun yung pag-uusapan natin for this particular lecture. So first off, tingnan natin ano ba yung mga current trends? Ano ba yung mga nangyayari ngayon sa mundo ng crop protection? Okay. Now, crop protection is rapidly evolving. Bakit siya nag-evolve ng mabilisan? Because of the challenges, specifically when it comes to pesticide resistance. Sa matagal na panahon, most of our farmers have been reliant in managing pests through the use of pesticides. And because of that, nagkaroon na ng resistance yung mga insekto. At the same time, the world now is concerned with climate change and other environmental concerns of using pesticide. So we'll see. Ano ba yung mga uso ngayon? Ano ba yung mga trends ngayon sa crop protection? Unang-una, we have some advances in IPM, meaning Integrated Pest Management. Ano ba yung mga different advances? Ano ba yung mga trends ngayon when it comes to IPM? So alam naman natin kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng Integrated Pest Management. It is the use of multifaceted approach in managing your pests. So first off dyan, yung tinatawag nating precision IPM approaches. So precision meaning hindi ka lang basta-basta nag-i-implement ng strategy, hindi ka lang basta-basta nag-i-implement ng management or cultural management or control measures, but you are doing it in a precise manner. Ibig sabihin, accurate ka. Kumbaga, isipin nyo na lang, you are playing darts and ang gusto mo ay ma-pinpoint talaga through your IPM program and ma-solve talaga yung problema sa yung field. So umuuso ngayon dyan yung mga real-time pest monitoring tools, katulad technologies, katulad na lamang ng sensors, right? Katulad ng mga AI-based applications, katulad ng data analytics, big data, kung saan the farmers are able to track pest populations and even predict kung magkakaroon ba ng outbreak. Isa na rin dyan, yung paggamit ng GIS or remote sensing, GIS and remote sensing, kung saan pwede mong i-map out sa field mo kung nasaan ba yung mga different pest hotspots para doon mo ifo-focus yung iyong effort instead of focusing on the entire field. There are also tools right now, automated tools that allows you to do some decision making without even much thought. If I remember it correctly, may nakita akong post sa Facebook about this. It was invented, I believe, by a Filipino student kung saan they've developed an app that allows the farmers to go and stop yung mga decisions nila based on the performance of their field. So that's one thing, very intuitive. Alam ni farmer kung go ba yung gagawin niya. Kunwari, mag-i-spray ba siya ng pesticide? Go, depende dun sa data ng kanyang farm. Or stop muna and do other practices such as cultural control. Other advances would include your biological control. Ibig sabihin yan, ini-enhance din natin yung technology on kung paano magpadami ng mga biocon agents natin, those that will kill our pest. Katulad na lamang, may mga industries, may mga companies that are already commercializing biocon agents. So basically, nagtitinda na sila ng mga biocon agents sa mga farmers. So instead na si farmer yung magparami ng biocon agent, hindi na. Mayroon ka ng another separate entity, another separate company that would sell you those. So what are some examples of biocon agents? Nandiyan yung mga parasitoids, yung mga predatory mites, even some kind of fungi and pathogen that would kill your pests. Mass rearing methods, mass rearing techniques are also the technology that is used by these companies that allows them to produce beneficial insects or biocon insects na pwede mong i-release sa iyong field mo. Aside from that, may mga development na rin on microbial biopesticides, katulad ng Bacillus thuringiensis, katulad ng Beauvaria bassiana, katulad ng Metarhizium anisopliae. They are becoming very popular alternatives right now to synthetic pesticides. So instead na sprayan mo sila ng chemical, i-sprayan mo sila ng mga pesticide that are microbial which would make the insect pest sick. Other advances in IPM would be the use of botanical and biochemical pesticides. So hindi ito mga chemical pesticides, but rather they are natural pesticide. Katulad ng paggamit ng mga plant-based extracts, such as you have garlic, okay, yung mga chili-based pesticide, usually ginagamit yan sa organic farming. Yung paggamit ng essential oils, katulad ng lemongrass, katulad ng citronella, is also another tool that scientists found out to deter insect pests. And finally, may mga pesticides na rin that are RNAi based. When we say RNAi, that means RNA interference, kung saan ang ginagawa ng mga to ay kumbaga parang siniswitch on or off nila yung specific gene doon sa insekto, okay? So that the insect population will decrease. So for example, kapag in-spray mo siya, doon sa insekto, maaari na ma-switch yung gene ng insect na magiging infertile siya or yung ipoproduce niyang mga itlog are infertile insects. So that is RNAi-based pesticide. So instead of directly killing the insect, you will alter now the genes of the insect through these pesticides. Sustainable and chemical control strategies is also a trend right now, a current trend in crop protection, kasi kailangan nating pangalagaan yung ating environment. So we want our practices, our tools to be as targeted as possible pagdating dun sa mga peste, but at the same time, they are sustainable, hindi sila nakakasira sa ating field. So yung pagre-reduce ng paggamit ng pesticide, that is one. Binabawasan natin yung paggamit ng insecticides, chemical insecticides, and we use some new generation insecticides, katulad yung nabanggit ko kanina, mga natural insecticides, mga natural botanicals. Kasama na din dyan yung mga RNAi-based pesticides that allows, that instead of accumulating in the environment, hindi nangyayari yun and mas natural siya, mas safe siya for the environment. Other times, may mga companies na rin who are developing fungicides na madali lang siyang ma-breakdown sa environment. So dahil madali siyang ma-breakdown sa environment, hindi siya naiipon sa iyong lupa, hindi siya naiipon sa iyong field. The use of systemic pesticide as well, na selective yung action, is also another one. So medyo contrasting yung concept na yun, no? Kasi baka isipin nyo, sir, sabi nyo, systemic yung pesticide. Ibig sabihin, systemic yung pesticide. Hindi pala siya contrasting. Sabi niyo, sir, systemic yung pesticide, ibig sabihin, ina-absorb ng insekto, but selective yung kanyang action. Yes, katulad na lamang, nung dinevelop ng, forgot the name of the company, pero yung insecticide na flupiradifurone, okay? So this is a new insecticide which is very, very important, very, very effective in controlling aphids and whiteflies, yung mga sap-sucking insects natin. Pero hindi naman nila hina-harm or hindi nila sinasaktan yung mga beneficial insects katulad ng bees. When it comes to sustainable chemical control strategy, isa rin dyan yung pesticide resistance management. How are we going to manage the use of our pesticide nang sa ganon hindi makadevelop ng resistance yung mga peste natin? So, ways to do that would be the mode of action rotation. So, pwede na si farmer, instead of using one insecticide, the farmer can use alternate between pesticide classes. So, maaaring contact, maaaring systemic, pero instead of using mono insecticide, niro-rotate niya yan para hindi masanay, kumbaga, quote-unquote, hindi masanay yung mga insekto and makadevelop sila ng resistance. Now, kapag yung insekto mo nakadevelop na ng resistance, ang ginagawa naman ng iba, gumagamit sila ng mga pesticide synergist. Now, pesticide synergist, hindi yan hindi yan directly, it doesn't directly attack the insect, but it makes your insecticide stronger. Something like that, yung concept ng mga pesticide synergists. For example, yung ating PBO or piperonyl butoxide, no? It doesn't kill insect by itself, pero ang ginagawa niya, tinutulungan niya yung insecticide mo na maging mas effective in killing off the insect pests. Other methods would be IRM management. IRM stands for Insecticide Resistance Management Programs, which are being developed right now in order to address resistance, lalo na sa mga major agricultural pests. Now, aside from sustainable chemical control strategies, we will also look at the trends right now on digital and smart technologies in pest management. So, magti-take ka ba ng licensure exam for agriculturists this year? If yes, I believe my course is for you. Enroll now at Learning Agri with Al modular course by clicking the link below. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Mag-enroll ka na. Samahan kita mag-review. Bye!